All right, everybody, what's up? It's Wednesday, March 19th, 2025. It is 1:10 p.m. Eastern. We're about 50 minutes away from the FOMC, the Federal Reserve interest rate decision at 2 p.m. Eastern, and then Powell, the man, his conference at 2:30 p.m. Eastern. Can't wait for that. The press conference is always a big deal, lots of volatility. Made $3,000 on my fresh Topstep XFA last night, longing, just like my analysis called for. Said I expected some really good support here on the daily NASDAQ chart into that 19,700 area because we've also got this key quarterly support there that we're still banging against. You got the yearly true average here. Lots of support. Doesn't mean it can't break, but as a wise man once said, support is support until broken. So I'm betting on the support for now. We'll see what happens with the FOMC. I'm already up $3,000 on this XFA and I'm looking to make a little bit more. So I thought, hey, there's some pretty good volatility now, even heading into the release. If I can catch a good trade live here for you guys, I'd love to do that. I will show you right here. These are my current XFAs right there. 4,300, 5,800. This is the one I got 3,000 on from last night. So right now I've got 7,500 in draw on this because I still have the $4,500 in draw, that you get when you start the XFA. So if you can build a little bit of a cushion early in the day, then you can try to press it a little bit. And that is what I'm going to do. I'm prepared to risk the XFA. If that happens, it happens. At this point, with my prop career, I'm getting more aggressive because I've had, a lot of success, been very fortunate, and I can take more risk. So that's what I'm doing. It's not really interesting to me to grind away for $200, $300 a day when I'm at this point in my career. So yeah, it's more meaningful to try to make a $9,000 or $10,000 day. Anyways, let's see what happens here right now with the analysis. He's got a cup of coffee, got about 3 hours of sleep last night, went for a nice surf session this morning. That coffee is good. All right. So just kind of staying awake here. I did a little meditative power nap for about 10, 15 minutes here just before I got started. And I wanted to check in and see if I could catch something live for you guys here. This is live. And this is what the live day trading room is going to be like. We're coming in with my top picks, my game plan using Vol Pro Edge. I'm going to trade with you. I'm going to teach you guys how to trade. And it's going to be different than any other live trading room out there because we actually have something that works. And I have a game plan every day. I follow the game plan. I trade what I teach in my course. So it's not just like, hey guys, I think that's a bull flag. Good luck. I'm out of here. Like I see some of these guys who charge very, very high amounts for their room. They don't even do anything. It's crazy to me. Anyways, I look forward to having the best live trading room out there. And, the wait list is growing fast. At some point, probably have to close it. I don't know what number of people that'll be at, but we'll find out as we launch here in a couple of weeks. Can't wait. If you're not on the wait list, get on there, volproedge.com. Cool place to be. It's where the winners are at, guys. I gotta tell you. All right, let's see here. We are dumping a little bit, and my question is, I know I'm long, that's my bias. Where would I like to long from? Well, earlier when I made my 3K, I was long, like I said, from about 706, and I took profit off, right, I think 61, because it was just chopping around. This was last night during Asia, and I wanted to go to bed with that profit booked and just kind of see what the market was doing today. Went for a nice surf session this morning, was awesome. The waves were okay, but I had a couple of good rides. I'm a regular foot, so I was flying down the line. I had a right, which means I'm facing the wave as a regular foot, and I was carving. And then another guy was flying down the line. He was goofy foot. He was charging a left while I was charging a right, and we are both flying at each other. And we are both about to throw it up off the lift, and when we're both looking at each other like, who's going to back out? And he was a little dude, so I was like, all right, man, I'll back out. And I let him bust the aerial. Bastard took my aerial. I get the next one. Oh man, that would have been sweet. All right, so earlier when I checked in here, I was, looking at this level down here. You see, we got a lot of support. Where are all my dots at? They're down here, and so that 19,760 area would be really sweet if we were to get down to that level and my higher time period is confirming with all of this support. Go ahead and draw that out for you guys here. You can see all this confluence. You got the daily point of control there. That's important. But you got my Vol Pro edge envelope bottom. These are really key levels here where these dots are sort of stacking up right there at the daily point of control. So if we get down there, 19,760, see we got a few of them, right? That's important when you get a few of them like that. And if the the lower time period, you guys have to bear with me today, 3 hours of sleep. My brain's not functioning quite like it usually does, but good enough to make some money, that's for sure, hopefully. So I'm gonna wait for my lower time period here to come on down, if it does, or not, we'll see. Come on down to my 19,760 level. And if it gives me a signal down here, I will look to buy for a potential push back up like that. But first, let's see if we get there. A little stretching. Oh, I pulled my neck this morning. Getting old for the surf. Oh, God. Going to be 45 at the end of this month. Actually, yeah, gosh. Like 10 days away or so. Crazy. The big 4-5. But my 5-year-old is a handful, so she's definitely added like at least 20 or 30 years to my life in the last 5 years. So I feel like I'm turning 65. Just kidding. But she is a handful. All right, so let's see what we got shaking here. We've had some pretty good volatility. Sure, we could just, range until the Fed announcement, but I might give it a shot. Let's just see what happens. Certainly if we come down to my support level. Last night I took that trade off and I was up 3 grand just because, my target was higher up. I was going for 9K, and if I would have left it on, it would have hit. But there's no woulda, coulda, shouldas in trading. And when I have trades on, I tend to, think about them, and I just wanted to sleep, and I didn't end up sleeping anyways. I slept like 3 hours, even though I didn't have a trade on. That's because I had too much fresh garlic with my wonderful beef tacos that I had for dinner, homemade beef tacos. Made some homemade guacamole and put a ton of fresh garlic in there, and it just acted like a stimulant, like coffee. And I just fell asleep like at 11:30, woke up at 3:30. So pretty darn tired. I guess I got 4 hours. Whatever that is. It wasn't a good 4 hours, that's for sure. But the surf was great. Doing some work on the course, the website, the YouTube channel. I got to get better with thumbnails. So if you guys have any suggestions, or you want to email me some thumbnails, you can email me at apauloowings@gmail.com. If you want to help support the channel and you're a creative person, I'd love to see your ideas for thumbnails. I don't need that many. I just need a thumbnail for the daily analysis videos that looks cool, a thumbnail for the weekly analysis video, maybe a thumbnail for when I have a nice winning day with my Topstep XFAs, maybe a thumbnail for when I take a payout, maybe a thumbnail for when I have a losing day, just kind of the different categories. But I'd like some consistency across the channel. I think we're getting to that point now where it's going to be helpful to give a shit. So I suppose I will, because I'm so focused on the trading. I haven't really been focused on the aesthetics of the channel, but now I'd kind of like to be a little more focused on that. Coffee's nice. All right, so you can see here that our lower time period is trending down, right? And like, well, why don't we buy here? Because there's some old support. No. I gotta wait for my levels. That's how I make my money using Vol Pro Edge. I wait for my levels. Why did Sierra charts? Oh, Sierra just kind of froze for a second. Strange. I was looking at Topstep where at 09, Sierra was like at 13. So no, I want to come down to my levels. There's no guarantee we'll get there, but that's where my support is. And then if we get there, then I use the lower time period to tell me, okay, I like that support or I don't. You never want to let the tail wag the dog. You don't want to let the lower time period suck you into bad trades. I mean, look, there might be some support here. I mean, there might be, but not enough for me to take action. And you can see here we had a move like this. I don't know if we get another move like this, would I be interested? Maybe, but I'd have to see some confirmation. So here you can see you had minus 174 in the footprint, and we pushed up, held above that key yellow dot there, support. We got right up to the envelope bottom there. So it would kind of depend where this would close. But I think I prefer it lower. We'll see. Looks like it's already trying to squeeze. It's just been kind of squeezing all day, and it is in the direction of my overall analysis to the long side, which is the side that I'm in favor of. It's how I made my 3K overnight. And guys, I'm comfortable risking my 3K because now with 7,500 in draw, you know, it makes it a little bit easier to get a larger profit. So I'm willing to take that risk. All right. Let this puppy play out here a little bit. Can definitely see here on this one that even though we finished minus 174 down there on the footprint, we had minus 447 at one point. So the fact that it backed off from 447 minus to 174 means that the shorts were likely to get squeezed there. So we'll have to see if we see something similar here. Same thing here. You can see where they're getting squeezed. You had a minus 606, but then the bar closed near the high. So the footprint's very important. When you match it up with Vol Pro Edge, it's absolutely incredible. And I can't wait to show you guys how I use all this in the live trading room. I think your minds will be blown. Don't win every day, but definitely come in with a plan every day and overall do very well. And it's going to be fun to show that to you guys every single day as we live stream together. Probably like for the first 3 hours of New York is what I'm thinking we'll do. Maybe a little bit of Asia here and there, but generally speaking, with the end of day analysis I'm going to do for everybody, that's going to take, you know, quite a bit of time because I go into a lot of detail and teach, and we find our best markets for the upcoming day. And then New York is when we, you know, do our thing. And I'm in Costa Rica, so the market now opens at 7:30 a.m. my time, which is pretty early. So I got to kind of go to bed earlier. It's going to be fun with a newborn here in a couple months, but we'll make it work. Got to get a nanny. Anybody knows a nanny in Costa Rica? Let me know in the comment section. Because I will be busy trading and cannot be busy nannying, or I would be a very expensive nanny for what I wouldn't make trading while being a nanny, which wouldn't make sense. All right, so just checking my coffee out so I don't spill it. So you see kind of a similar situation here. I like that yellow dot was kind of squeezing there. This one's a little lower. You see you're still pretty far from the envelope. That was a little different there. So you notice these subtleties, you guys. These are the subtleties. Can also see the distance here between the middle of the envelope there in green. And then notice the distance over here wasn't quite as much. That means this move currently underway is stronger. Lots of these little nuances, guys. You're going to learn it all in the course. It's going to be awesome. So many things here with Vol Pro Edge. I mean, I guess I'm biased. I created it, but compared to what I've seen out there available to learn how to trade, there's nothing like this at all. And it makes sense. I mean, I learned from one of the best traders in the world, one of the best traders of all time, and built on his stuff and made it my own. So it makes sense that Vol Pro Edge would absolutely kick ass because of the pedigree, the legacy that it comes from. And I spent a long time studying under one of the best traders in the entire world. And I was fortunate that my karma, my energy brought me to him. I discovered him in a book, Bloomberg Press book, many, many years ago. Um, and when I saw his stuff, I was like, wow, that looks really weird. I gotta learn how to use that. And I'm glad I did because it led to this. But don't think it wasn't without years and years of, heartache and sacrifice and stress and learning. I went through all the same shit you guys are going through now, and I know how hard it is. It's not easy, but when you break through, man, it's a sweet feeling. Very sweet indeed. All right. I'm rambling, but why not? We're hanging out. FOMC in about 35 minutes. You can see the footprint there is still, you know, hovering around 200. This market still looks weaker. Anything can happen, of course. Just, I'd like to buy it down around those key support levels I mentioned at 760 would be nice. Let's see if I can find a similar pattern for you guys. Something like that. You see how you're trending up, and then bang, you pull back right into all that support, and then off you go. That's kind of what I'm looking for here. If this were to pull back down here, and then off you go. So let's see what we got shaking. And our live trading room, guys, we're gonna, we have our focus every day depending on the market we're trading. We wait for our setup, so it's a lot of waiting. That's why I think surfing and trading go so well together, because in surfing there's a lot of waiting. You got to wait for the right wave. If you take off on the wrong wave, you miss the good one that comes. You got to paddle back out. So surfing, like trading, requires patience and discipline and experience. It's true, and a good surfboard, just like you need a good technical system like Vol Pro Edge. You need a good mentor in surfing. You need a good mentor in trading. I mean, all these things. That's what's funny to me too, is that people think they're going to learn how to trade from either no mentor or, some like obviously furu fake mentor on YouTube. I mean, guys, trading is one of the hardest things in the world. So to try and learn it without a system that works, an edge, and without a mentor, I mean, good luck. There might be one out of a million that can do that, but it's the odds are not in your favor. And that's just the truth. And I think the sooner people discover truth in their trading journey, the sooner they're more likely to be profitable. So sometimes a little tough love is the right path. So now you can see the shorts are getting kind of chewed up here, getting absorbed. But yeah, for me, now we're too far away from my envelope here. A lot of space there. Yeah, it could still rocket back up, but this was a lot uh, easier to take. I didn't take it. I wasn't here, but I was watching it. I was still waiting for that 760 level, and we didn't get down there. Excuse me. Whew. So you can see on our volume-based intraday charts, still got about 12,000 contracts left till this one closes, because that's 50,000 contracts. We've got about 1,200 left until this one closes. That's 10,000 contracts. So for every 5 of these bars, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, you get one of these bars, 50,000. And then all my indicators are, calculated based off of those bars. And you can change you can use it on a 5-minute chart, a 15-minute chart, hourly, 4 hour, whatever. It works on everything. I like to use it on volume-based intraday charts. And for the NASDAQ, I like 50,000 and 10,000. But for other markets, it's different. For gold, I used to like 20,000 and 4,000 as my volume charts. For silver, it was like 3,000 and 600, something like that. Depending on the overall daily volume, that's how you set the volume for the intraday charts. I'm standing, at my desk, so that's why I'm bouncing around. I hate sitting. You can see the sellers coming back in. It's another thing, guys. I always wait for the close of the bar or very close to the close of the bar because I like to be anchored. I like to just wait for the close. I see where my levels are at because right when this, see, these levels are fixed, but right when this closes, boom, these levels are fixed. So then I look for a confluence. So you see down here at 760, we're starting to also get a confluence of these support levels down here, and if this heads lower, these are going to drop lower too. And then you're stacking some lower time period key levels on the higher time period key levels. And then you just got to do what you got to do, you got to go long and make money. So you see as that drops, these are dropping a little bit. There's daily point of control. I think I already said that. So yeah, now I just wait. This is our last bar here, 10,000 contracts, and we'll get a close on this bar. So then I have a choice to make. There's so much support here at 60. You can see there too. Would I just put the order in and just, risk it? And if it starts breaking it, I cut it fast? Probably in this instant, because I'm working off the close of that bar. So definitely what I'm interested in. You can see how they match up right there. You see that? 6,750. May set an order here on my XFA. Think I'm gonna have to. I'll set it at 6,825. All right. The order is in at 6,825. We may not get there, guys, but at least the order's in. It's the best we can do, right? There's the order. Got it? I'm willing to bet on that. What can you say? And if it's wrong, it's wrong, guys. I don't know what else to say. But the daily bias is up. You got a lot of quarterly support down there. So I think this day is going to finish back up toward the highs or higher. And that's why I'm looking to buy this dip, even though we have 28 minutes until the interest rate decision is released. If I'm in a trade at that point, we'll see. It depends how much I'm up or down. If I get out and then get back in at the press conference, that's kind of a game time decision. And we may not get down to my 6.8 level. This may be all she wrote. We'll have to see. And if I start to see a reversal out of here, I'll have to make a decision. So now what we're looking for, well, of course, ideally we'd get it filled on our limit order. But if that doesn't happen, we're going to see if there's evidence that we're going to start to turn. And then I got to make a decision, cancel the order and jump in at market or not. You can see some buying coming in on a footprint. I just kind of think this market wants to go back to 20,000 by the end of the day. That's just my feeling about it. Might be wrong, might be right. We don't know. See, we did get to my envelope bottom almost here on the higher time period. So there's some support there at 83, and we almost got there. Um, so this might be all she wrote. We're gonna have to keep an eye on it. I'll go ahead and cancel my limit order just because I need to be prepared to get in at market if this thing starts running away, which it might. See, because now if this closes here, then you're above the envelope bottom there, you know, maybe even above the middle there. If you were above these dots here, then you'd have to start looking for the squeeze. That's the song, you know, from Beverly Hills Cop. The heat is but my song is the squeeze is I know I can't sing. That's why I'm not a singer, but we gotta have fun. And you gotta always think about the squeeze is on. Because whenever I think the squeeze is coming, that song goes in my head. The squeeze is Oh God. Having a blast here. Hmm. Well, it looks like the squeeze is on. See the buying coming in here? It's still a little premature. I'm very tempted, guys, believe me, because you know this thing could close up here, but also we could test lower before pushing higher. I'm gonna wait, but you can see a lot of support coming in here for sure. Yeah, you see it's getting picked up nicely. Oh yeah. Still waiting a little bit. We get a move down in here. Might try and just get in at market. A little bit below 20 maybe. So the hardest part now is that you got the FOMC in, you know, 22 minutes. Just watching and thinking. Yeah, looks like we're squeezing. You can see our indicators just changed there. Very interesting. Interesting information. Oh, just wait and see where this bar closes. You see, so I just missed my area down there. It was close, but you know, I can't do anything about that. Oftentimes it comes to my area and I'll get it, and sometimes it doesn't. And I would have jumped in all honesty, right around here, if not for the FOMC in 19 minutes, because it's tough if you're in a position, that announcement comes out and it can move, you know, 100 points just if even if you're in a winning position, you can get, really screwed. So you got to be careful. I'm just watching and waiting, you guys. Watching, waiting, thinking. There's I hear a loud noise outside. Oh, they're doing construction. That's why. There's a big tractor, a couple lots over. I'm just waiting. That was interesting to see the indicators adjust. That gave me a little additional information just to be a little patient. You can see the footprint was as high as 298. Now we're back down to 82. Still got about 3,500 contracts, sorry, 2,500 left, 2,300 left to trade here on this current 10,000 volume bar. And you just never know. I mean, I would be thrilled if this thing just got slammed down here by the close of this bar. It'd be a gift for me to buy. And if it goes up without me, that's okay too. But this is why I like to wait for the close of the bar, generally speaking, because my indicators will adjust intra-bar and give me more information. This might still push back up, but I'm in less of a rush. Don't forget, this bar is going to close here as well in about 1,800 contracts when this one closes. Getting a little jumpy here, pre-FOMC, kind of fun. Been recording live with you guys for 36 minutes, trying to give you some nuggets. Remember to like, comment, that'd be cool. Subscribe if you haven't. Join the waitlist at volproedge.com. All that good stuff. Discord's awesome. Link is in the description, I hope. It's also cool, guys. If you want to watch Topstep TV and go into other Discords and jerk around, go do it, man. This place is for people who want to make some money. So that's why we've got such a good group of people in our Discord and on our waiting list, because these are people who, they get it. They get it. All right. Crack the neck a little bit here. It'd be so sweet if they could just smash this down here, these last 1,000 contracts. When I say they, I mean the royal they. I don't really know who I'm talking about. Just whoever would smash it down. The forces of nature. You see, when my indicator shifted, that gave me a clue. Don't get stuck buying here. That's why I didn't. Before that, I was considering it. FOMC in 14 minutes. It's tough because even if I get my spot now, it's like if I'm in the trade and it rips 100 points both directions right when FOMC comes out, because there's no liquidity, that can happen. We'll see. Generally speaking, it's not a good idea to hold into the news. I can tell you if the FOMC wasn't in 13 minutes, I'd be salivating right now. But it's good. This shows you guys how this process works. About 100 contracts left till higher time period and lower time period intraday bars close. You can see you got a nice support level here at 9275. Be looking at that level carefully. Still trending down here on the lower time period, so not in a hurry. Doesn't mean that this level has to hold, right? If I wait for the lower time period to tell me. At least I know that you've got some support at that level, and let's see if price is able to hold or barrel through it. I'm not in a rush. Let's watch together. That's the fun of it. I would love nothing more if heading into FOMC, they drive this thing down to the daily value area low down here. Look at my little pink dot just waiting. Oh, Then I would get long and strong, baby, and go for a big win. So we're testing that 92 level now. I'm not in a hurry. Fun to watch, stretch. We'll make our live trading about some yoga. Gotta get back in shape. Gotta get rid of the dad bod. It's weird. I avoided the dad bod until about, I don't know, 3 months ago, 4 months ago. Also less exercise. That helps. But getting back into the surfing, I gotta get back into the running. I gotta join a gym. There's one down the street here in Costa Rica. So I'm not taking this because FOMC is in 10 minutes, but we'll keep recording because it could be a cool video for the channel for you guys. Definitely could be some support here. My lower time period hasn't quite confirmed yet, but you see how price reacts to the Vol Pro Edge levels. Very nice. Wouldn't be surprised to see this thing, rip higher from here. But I've got to be a bystander at this point, be a responsible trader and not hold a position into the FOMC. Not smart. So I'll pause this video, guys, and FOMC is in about 9 minutes, so I'll keep the video going, but I'll just restart it right before the news so we can watch it together. And if we see a trade, we'll take it. But I want to let the news come out first. All right, you guys, we've got about 4 minutes until the interest rate decision. I think this thing's going to push up. I mean, I really want to be long right now from 19,800, but experience has told me that it's better to wait because these announcements can just, even if you're right and it swings 100 points both directions, you're in deep trouble. So better to wait and see. But I like this support level a lot. We're in line with the daily, quarterly levels pushing up. So look, maybe we'll get lucky and it'll spike down and give me a good buy opportunity down there. That'd be awesome. I just don't think it's going to. I think it's going to push up. But let's see. Anything can happen. See, that's the beauty of the live trading room as well. I'll be giving you guys commentary and you know what I'm doing, but you can do what you want to do. You'll be learning your own ways to trade Vol Pro Edge. There's lots of different ways to trade using Vol Pro Edge. I'm going to help you guys come up with your own strategies, your own trading plans. You're a busy person, you want to swing trade, you can do that with Vol Pro Edge. Anything you want to do. So you see we're starting to get some lower time period confirmation depending where this closes, but it looks like we're trying to close above the live envelope bottom here, and you see all this support coming in here, and now all this support is starting to confirm potentially that support. With that said, we still got about 5,000 contracts left to trade here. And FOMC rate decision is in 2.5 minutes. Very exciting. I hope I get rewarded for my patience and have this thing break lower before ripping higher. That's not what I think is going to happen, but that's what I'm hoping for and waiting for. I got no orders. I'm waiting. Make sure I'm on the right account. Always got to double check that you're on the correct account. I am indeed. Always check your contract size. Make sure you're in the right contract month. You can double check all those things before you take a trade. All right, so we got about 1 minute and 40 seconds. And yeah, it's going to be, obviously I wait for the close as well, but this bar is going to close very fast because, there's not a lot of liquidity in the market right now. So you're going to start to see it move as all the algos digest the language in the rate decision. They're probably not going to do anything. They're not going to cut or raise, but there'll be some language changes that affect inflation expectations. And then, of course, the press conference, it gets really volatile. We'll be trading that as well together. Got about 55 seconds. Let's see if we get a gift. A gift for me would be down around 720. Daily value area low. It'd be awesome to get long from down there. Not what I think is going to happen, but sure is what I hope is going to happen. My 5-year-old's having a meltdown. She hasn't been home all day. She's been at the beach with her mom and then comes home right now before the news announcement. These are the things you got to get used to when you trade with kids. That's all right. With the newborn, I might have to just go get a separate office. Another place. Maybe rent another beach pad. All right, 5 seconds. Let's see. 2, 1. There it is. I hope it dumps. That'd be sweet. I think it's going to rip. Yep. There you go. So you see it picked up our level nicely. It's just, I don't like trading before those announcements. That was pretty tame, to be honest with you. That was very tame. But nice to see it doing what we thought. Very nice indeed. Right to the point of control, right to my old levels. Beautiful. Hopefully we can get some more opportunities. I think we're probably headed for 20,000 today. So now I'd say my level down here, envelope bottom, 830, kind of in there. I mean, no hurry. See if maybe this will come back down. Be watching that 820 to 830 level carefully. Twenty's not a bad spot to try to get long if it gets down there. I may try that from 20. May not be pulling back. Yeah, look at that. There we go. Just trying to wait for at least 27, 23 would be really nice. I don't want to get in here because it's the middle of the range. But any other day, that was a great buy because we had all our support there. Just not before the FOMC. It happens. Got to get ready to buy at market if it gets anywhere near my level. A little more. Ooh, it's close. Oof. Finger was on the trigger. That might have been it. What did we get down to? 37 there? Just need a little more. You can see the shorts are pushing it and not getting a whole lot for their efforts. All right, I'm long. See what happens. Well, I was looking good for a second. Got long, it popped. So we will see here. Just take a look at some things here. So here you can see, guys. So I'm just doing some stuff on my other screen, but I'm long and strong. You guys saw me planning the trade, waiting, all that kind of stuff. So now I'm just trying to see if we can catch a little bit of a runner back up, maybe to these highs or higher. My original profit target's up here. So let's see if we can catch a runner. We'll manage it together. But fun to do it live. And now we just got to see what happens. But I think we can squeeze back toward the highs. So we shall see. Now we just watch. We're long from 32 and a quarter. And, Powell's going to start speaking here in 22 minutes. So I'm kind of hoping we can get a nice rally, maybe even get out before he starts speaking. So I'll have to keep an eye on this. A nice big push to the upside. The reason I got long there, guys, was because obviously I want to get long down there at my support level, around 800, 770, where I lined up those levels for you. But then I didn't want to get in before the FOMC announcement. And then when we started pushing higher here, I said, okay, we're at my envelope bottom at about 30. That's also the middle of the envelope here. That's a good spot to try and get long. So when it pulled back there, that's when I got long. And now I'm going to see if we can just push back up here. There's a chance it could be, choppy here pre-Powell, but we'll give it a chance. I think if we can get through those highs right there, we could short squeeze a little bit. I want to see the buying coming in on the footprint here. Very important. See, you've got a lot of resistance here temporarily on my charts, but I would hope that that would break. And if we start breaking through that, we could potentially see a nice squeeze back up toward 920-ish. Let's keep our eye out for that. I had the coffee too. That's why I'm jumping around. Yes, we're up like 2,300 right now, but it needs to keep going.
Order filled.
All right, we're out. We are out, my friends. And the reason we are out, I think it's going to keep squeezing, to be honest with you. I really do. But that was a pretty easy extra $3,200 there, if we're going to be honest, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at that over here. I think it's going to keep squeezing, but with Powell coming out to speak here in about 19 minutes, that can get really volatile. Sure, I could hold and this thing could keep going. Guys, I don't care. I made $6,200 today on this XFA. So now we've got a collective balance in these three XFAs of, let's see, 10, 15, 16, about $16,500. So that is a good day, 61.78. And we'll see what happens. I will leave you guys. I'll upload this to the channel so you can get a little taste of what the live trading room is going to be like. It's going to be awesome, guys. I really hope you get on the waiting list. But look, if it's not for you and you don't want to make money, I totally get it. There's a lot of people that have a destruction wish. They want to go hang out on other channels where they don't make money. Go do that. All right, take care, you guys. Bye bye. Good day.